influence.
Bro, this is the first foot appearance on the pod.
Yep, foot and crotch appearance.
You can see crotch and you can see knees. See my dirty little knees.
Very nice dad belly going
We're
on
we're
next to this
inside
beer.
today. We're inside today because it's 140 degrees outside and the bugs are out. Kind of just sucks to be in
It
Florida.
used to be a great week with the sun was shining. I mean, the clouds were covering, so the sun wasn't shining. And lots of people were like, "Oh man, look, it's all so muggy, and where's the sunshine?" It's like, enjoy it while it lasts, because once that sun comes out, you're gonna be like, "Where's the clouds at?"
Yeah, exactly. We had something good and then we took it for granted. And now it's gone. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what's good, bro?
Well, you see these things up in my living room.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast in your moldy house.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
Because it's hot outside.
Is the mold still here?
It's contained on the other side of those barriers.
Looks like a Breaking Bad scene. Like they're cooking meth in there right now. You know?
Yeah, and you don't want to go in there, otherwise you'll just instantly get high if you don't have a mask on.
You
your
have like
skin covered.
you have women in there like cutting coke for you, like, and you make them like wear no clothes so that they don't steal anything. And
Yeah.
so there's a bunch of like really attractive Latino women that are just butt naked, sweating, cutting like
Yeah.
baby. Like
No, we
putting,
don't
like,
do the Latinas because they like to stick stuff up their butt.
'cause they have such big asses.
Yeah, they can fit it in there.
So you gotta find, like,
take
a-
the skinny white bitch.
You know, like a valley girl. you know.
They're already kind of on it too. They're like doing it as they're packing.
That's how you get them. You go, all right, you can do a gram a day.
Yeah,
Here's a
and
gram
they're
for
just
you.
shot out of their mind as they're doing it. You
Yeah,
know,
they're so
they try to
stoked.
get it underneath their fingernail, so when they leave, they got like a little bit still with them.
They got 10 bumps.
Yeah, right there. Yep.
It's actually fucking
They
clever.
always paint their nails white.
Only you would know that, you fucking drug addict.
What do you think I'm running here?
You're a drug
Trying to
addict.
make some money.
Everyone's talking about it. It's embarrassing. Bro, so Josh got home yesterday after
Yeah.
being gone for 2.5 weeks.
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii,
Lucky son of a gun.
My boy is home, so he came over, and we just like drank way too much.
Oh, really?
And then I got like
When was this?
last night, and then I hit my dab pen a couple times, and I got like the spins, and it's like 9:30 at night. I'm like, fuck, I have work tomorrow. So I was just so lethargic all day today. Like I hated it. And then I got home and I was like, fuck, I got a pod, and we have D&D.
Yeah.
So I took a nap and I feel good.
Oh, okay, that's what you had to do. Give
Yeah.
your brain some rest.
I literally just lay down. I got home from work, lay down in my bed with all my clothes on, and then just like knocked the fuck out for like 45 minutes.
Oh, that's a perfect amount too.
Felt good. And then I woke up just so out of it. Just like, where even am I? Where am
Oh,
I?
that's good sleep. They say that when you wake up the next day and you don't remember what you were thinking about the night before, that you slept good. Because it
Yeah.
actually like exited your mind.
Yeah. And then I took a shower, felt good. Got my water. Got my extremely large thing of water.
Nice. That's how you got to do it.
I love this. This has become my favorite
Join the
part
gang.
of life. Yeah, it's so nice.
It's like something you have to do when you get older. You realize I gotta drink a lot more water. Why
Yeah.
didn't I have to drink water when I was like a kid and a teenager?
Yeah, and having this around all the time helps me. I drink like 3 of these a day now.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I have mine and I don't even drink 2.5.
Yeah,
of
but
them.
yours is like dumb and like
heavy.
fucking it's bent around. You don't even have a handle to hold it.
Yeah,
This is
it
kind of a
has to.
shitty water bottle.
I should 3D print my own.
Yeah.
And then I could have my own 3D, like made it
Bro,
myself.
Wait. Shut the fuck up. Let's start a water bottle company. That's 3D prints water bottle.
We could technically.
Bro, there's kids out there that are 3D printing the Victory Royale Fortnite sign that you get when you win the game.
Okay.
They're printing that out into like a 5 by 10 inch like little plaque. They're selling them for like $45. These like 18-year-olds are making a killing right now.
Yeah, off a bunch of
You gotta
12-year-olds.
use these tools to make cash.
Yes. But instead, what I'm doing is going to try to take advantage of insurance, and I'm staying at one of my parents' vacation homes. But I'm going to
Why is
tell
that-
them.
Why is that instead? You could just do that also.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to be great. I just want to take advantage of insurance
I see.
and leech off the world. I'm
Trying to
telling
use-
people how to live the easy life here.
Yeah, we'll do the least amount possible and
Yes.
get the most out of it,
Right.
and expect everything when you do nothing. It's the American way.
Yep. And that's why we have insurance, and I paid so much of it. Now they're going to pay me.
It's all coming back finally.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll
Insurance
show
is
you
a
after the
scam.
pod 2 completely destroyed bathrooms.
You've already showed me.
Oh, you saw them?
Mm-hmm.
More completely destroyed?
Pretty much. I don't really care.
Well,
It's a bathroom, you know.
once they go in, once you get your own crib and you realize, like, oh, I got to redo the bathroom.
Yeah. Well,
It's like
that's
a big
that'll. I'll
thing.
deal with that when I deal with that.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Dad, stop talking to me about bullshit that I don't care about, please.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Toilet bullshit. Shitting in a toilet bowl. You brought it back to the bathroom. See, you were talking about
I think we should get right into some questions.
it. Okay.
Let's do it. Let's see. What do we got today? Let's check the internet. What is it? What kind of questions are the internet
The
asking?
internet.
Bro, you saw fucking Trump and Elon Musk like broke up?
Yeah, that's what they're painting it to be. But didn't his contract just expire?
Well, he's like tweeting like, yeah, Donald Trump was on Epstein's island. Just wait till the world finds the real truth. You haven't seen this?
He's throwing him under the bus?
Elon Musk was tweeting yesterday that he's like, he's like, fuck Trump. I hate Trump. Trump was a pedophile. The files are out there. They won't show them to you. Just wait. The world will see the truth. All this shit. That happened yesterday.
No way.
And you're the retard who loves like Elon Musk, so you should know about this.
No, I love Trump. Wait, should I not love either of them?
They both
anymore?
suck ass. Everyone sucks. Everyone you like sucks ass. Just don't forget that.
So who do we like?
Just fucking go to church, fuck your wife, feed your baby. That's what your life is. That's what you have to do. You don't focus on this stuff.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, I didn't know about it. You're the one who knew about
Oh no, look at that.
it.
I'm the
I
asshole.
was doing what you were
You were
doing.
doing what I'm telling
I
you.
was like, what was I doing? I guess I was just fucking my wife and going to church. Like,
Damn,
And he's like, don't you know about this?
I suck. I just did that. That's so funny how you flipped that back on me.
Yeah.
That was really impressive. I'm not even mad. I like the greenery in your house.
I know, right? It really complements the wood.
Because my favorite color, like pattern, is a white, a dark brown, and like a medium to dark green.
Okay, yeah. So like that cabinet.
No,
right
it's your
there.
entire house is that.
Yeah.
I mean, you have some lighter wood, but I can get it. That's fine. I'll allow
You're
it.
really gonna like the bathrooms when they're done.
That's my house is gonna be like this. It's gonna be a lot more greenery though, and everything's dark wood.
You'd be surprised how hard it is to fit green in.
You know what's funny is you got this table from a girl I used to fuck.
Yeah, it's an awesome table.
It's a great
It
table.
comes up like this. You can fit stuff in it,
Dude, I just thought about that.
but it won't work for this scene here. We actually need a oval because you technically can fit more. It's easier to
Yeah.
move around.
It's definitely got wear and tear.
But yeah, once we find it and you get your own crib, you should definitely take it.
Just pass it down.
It's the ultimate batch table because it comes up like this, so you eat and you watch. And
Yeah,
you,
I would
you put
love
all your
this.
drugs in it and you put it down.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right, let's get a question going. Okay, this one seems like a real problem, not some bullshit like my boyfriend cheated on me. What do I do? This one title. How do I tell my husband that I need his parents to stop visiting so often, without damaging the relationship or making it seem like I'm the problem? All right, so she needs to die, I think. Right?
Not always. Sometimes the in-laws can be real pain in the butt.
Listen, I know that. And trust me.
You don't have any in-laws.
Not that you know of. It started small. His parents dropped. All right, I love how there's a peer. Or it started small, space, comma, no space, his. Well, go back and read it over before you post it.
At least once. Come on, people.
It's like not even like, look at how ridiculous that looks.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Anyway, these small-brained retards that write in these questions. It started small.
Smaller ones who read.
Space comma his. His parents started small. His parents dropping by unannounced once in a while. I didn't mind. I smiled, pour coffee, tried to be a good wife, though a welcoming daughter-in-law. But over time, it became a routine. They'd come over without notice, stay for hours, critique the way I cooked and the way I spoke, and even how we arranged our furniture. That would piss me off. At first,
Yeah.
I thought I was overreacting. Then I started dreading weekends. I'd tidy up, not for comfort, but out of fear of being judged. My husband? He loves them. He thinks I'm just being sensitive. They're just being themselves, he says. But being themselves is exhausting to me. I love that. I love that. Like, they're just being themselves. But yeah, but they suck ass. I want peace in my own home. I want space to breathe. I want to stop feeling like a guest in my own living room. God. But here's the thing. I don't want to cause drama. I don't want to put him in the middle. I would just want healthy boundaries. Any advice would mean the world.
Such a complicated question.
But that is a real problem, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, what do you do?
Thankfully, I don't have to deal with that.
I think you nailed it. You murdered the in-laws. Delete the problem.
Yeah.
If they don't exist anymore, they can't come over.
No,
You can't get you can't get new parents.
it is, if we took the slider and we slide it all the way to the extreme of one end, somebody dies.
Of course.
On the other end,
You forget what podcast we're doing?
they're moving in with you. That's on the other end. So
Oh,
you can always be thankful that that's not the case, that
True.
they don't live with you.
Yeah, be thankful.
It's always about perspective. If you're eating food and you're like, oh man, I just wish I could eat more sushi. Don't eat any sushi for a year and then
Don't
realize
appreciate
how good it is.
One of my favorite Bo Burnham jokes ever is $1 a day or a penny a day would feed an African. They eat, or no, it was.
You're messing it
I
up.
fucked it up. It was like 1 cent a day. You could feed an African. They eat pennies, and it's like a little chime or something. I butchered that. Anyway, they do eat
Good
pennies.
source of copper.
Yep, very good. God,
They don't have that over there.
God, you're so funny. You should do a Kill Tony, bro. You should definitely do Kill Tony.
I would say
Yeah, what do you think?
you can go off on your husband. It is respectable grounds to just kind of go like, hey, I'm really tired of your parents. I've been with, they've been over here so much. Let's,
I don't like the unannouncing part. Like, let me know.
yeah.
Make it a plan.
Be like, hey, I know you bought the house, but I'm the one who makes it a home. So
Well,
let
you're
me do
assuming
my
that.
thing.
They could have split it.
Yeah, you never know.
But it's also, we're in a man's
Yeah.
world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got that shit.
We're running the world. Well, I mean, like, what is the saying? Women run the world or something?
Says who?
It's like a famous saying.
I guess. I feel like if chicks weren't around, yeah, I think it would be a lot easier. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I think they would be like titties without nipples. They're pointless.
What do you mean? If all women were gone,
Yeah.
titties would be pointless?
Yeah.
I feel like titties would become like a commodity.
Titties would be pointless without nipples.
Yes. Yeah, like you don't want to like fuck a mannequin. They don't have any nipple.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
There's got to be like something to hide.
I don't really get
That's
what are you getting at right now?
Nothing.
So confused.
It was such a dad joke. It was such a dad joke. You didn't even get it.
Yeah, that sucked. I
Wait, do you still not get it?
don't get it.
Without nipples, titties are pointless.
Okay, we're gonna move on. I think what you need to do is you need to have an honest conversation with your husband and say, "Hey, I don't like when your parents come over unannounced. This is our home. What if I'm like rubbing my clit in the living room?"
You just figured it out.
That's what you do?
You just do that. My Taekwondo teacher told me this one story. Is like my one friend, one time all these Mormons and Seventh-day Adventists would constantly show up at his house. He's like, I'm tired of these people showing up. He's
So
just
what?
like a teenager.
He just jerks off in front of the front window?
No, he only has a bathrobe on. He's got a cigar in one hand and a Playboy magazine in the other, completely naked. Or no, he's not naked. He just has a bathrobe on. He goes up to the door and he opens it. And they're looking at him and they go, are your parents home? And he goes, what do you think? He slams the door on them. They come back later and he just is like in it, but like open, just completely naked.
That's wild.
And then they just turn away. They just walk and they never came back.
Good. Yeah, that's great. So do that with your in-laws.
What my mom does when they show up is she invites them in, sits them down. Oh yeah, I want to hear this, and then she turns the flip. she switches it. She pulls out her Bible and she's like, actually, what about this?
Yeah. And then they're like,
suddenly they're like, oh, we have to get out of here.
We gotta go. And they go, no, the tea's almost ready.
yeah.
Lock them in. It turns into like a get out situation. They're in the basement, you know, being chained up to like a radiator.
But there's one person who's like kind of into it. They're like listening and, oh, what is she saying? And then suddenly they become part of your thing. Yeah. And they flip. And they're like, all right, we must get rid of the new imposter.
They give all their like paperwork and all their little pamphlets to the other guy, and they go, you can get out of here. I'm not listening to this. I'm gonna hear this one out. That's so funny. Your mom just flipping Mormons into Christians.
She does it, and then it's always like the younger person who's with them because it's an older person and then some younger person who has to do it. And the younger kid's like, oh, wow, really? You know, like this makes sense in my logical mind. The older person, like, you know, they're just so. There's something about like when you've done something for so long, your brain actually gets hard. And like the neuron will only go that route. So it's, you know, the saying you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Mm-hmm. Or just like some people will always think a certain way. You can literally tell them it works a different way. And they'll still be like, well, you know, Trump is like,
Yeah. Bummer. You know Joe Rogan's Christian now?
Oh, wow. So
did you hear about this? Yeah, he's like, yeah, like I just like science like doesn't make sense. Like the Bible just like it just like makes a lot more sense logically. And I was like, bro, a year ago.
He can't say that he can't be a Christian because science doesn't make sense.
That's his argument. He's like, it just doesn't make sense logically. Like evolution.
But those two are not. Oh, evolution.
Science.
You can't. Oh, okay.
That's I'm telling you how he said it. Listen, Joe Rogan is a monkey brain retard.
Right, but
Don't
this
forget
isn't
that.
just Joe Rogan who has said that. When you say science, you have to say something that's repeatable, provable. Evolution isn't that.
Yeah.
Which is the problem, and that's why they teach it in schools.
I don't really.
Facts.
I shouldn't have even brought it up because I don't care.
See, this is that what I was talking about, where you can't think like a different way. I could tell you right to your face that evolution is not science, and you'd be like, "No, I learned that for 18 years. That evolution is science."
At this point, I don't know what's true. So,
well, just
I don't care.
Think about it logically. Have you seen anything evolve from one species to another?
I mean, we all saw the Galapagos Island birds and how there's like all these different birds that like have adapted to like their climates over.
But have they evolved to a different species?
They were different, and now they're different.
We have no evidence.
But you could check fossils and like how they.
There's no fossils.
But there are.
With all the fossils.
All right. We're stopping the podcast.
No,
I don't want to do this. I'm not doing this.
I know because that's your faith. Going to the bathroom. That's your faith in evolution. Richard doesn't want to hear it.
I hate it. It's so boring.
No, it's not boring. You just don't want to hear it. He's so pissed.
Move on. I'm going to say one thing and then we're going to stop and move on.
We don't have to talk about the science, but what we could talk about
you're cutting me off. So let me say this and we'll move on. I believe in science, but I also don't know enough information on either side to make a valid argument. So when you start to explain things to me, I'm just going to say I don't know to every single thing you say. So I don't really care. And I'm sorry that I was very, very only child of me. I literally got up and left to go pee. I'm sorry about that.
But you're just upset about it because you don't know?
I'm just upset because you're so confident, and I don't think you're right, but I don't have the information to back it up, so it's a losing battle.
All right.
I'm a retard. I know that. That's fine. I can be retarded. I just don't want you to make me feel more retarded.
I'm not trying to just at this one point doesn't mean you have to admit God exists and there's angels and demons and all this stuff just because evolution isn't true. Evolution can easily not be true and all that other stuff also not be true. You know what I'm saying? Like you're getting one thing and you're like, all right, now I gotta have to suck your dick.
There's a really funny Louis C.K. joke where he talks about like, you know, religion, and he goes like, man, like, if you're not religious and you die, it must suck like to find out that like God was real, and you get there and you go, oh my God, with the beard and everything. Oh yeah. Can I? No. All right. I'll go down.
All right.
and then he's like, yeah, but for the other side, if you're Christian, like, if you believe in it, and it does happen, great. But if it doesn't happen, that's got to be a real bummer. You know? It's like, really? Nothing?
Just not even floating in space.
Yeah. Just black forever? And I thought that was so funny. It's like it's almost like you'd rather just believe in God just in case.
Just in case.
Because if you don't, and then it's real, you go, no. I fucked up.
But
also,
to believe in God, you have to believe everything about him. It's not like you can just believe that he's there.
Well, I'm saying like when I say believe in God, I mean like you're a Christian, and
Okay.
that's that kind
Sure.
of thing.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. You could say
Death, burial,
you can
resurrection.
say Jesus Christ. Like it's in like the 10. What's the 10 things you're supposed to follow? Not the 10 commandments. Is that what that is?
That's for the Old Testament people.
So they say like if you put the Lord's name in vain, you get sent to hell. So if you stub your toe and you go Jesus Christ, instantly going to hell.
Yeah.
But if you fuck a kid, you're not going to hell because it's not in the.
Oh no, that's not true. The 10 were just like the 10 main ones. There's like thousands of them that were actually.
Is it not crazy how
like
saying a word in like an angry tone isn't
not a word? It's the implications of it.
It's
like
a word that you're saying it in an angry tone. If I stub my toe and I go Jesus Christ, I'm going to hell. But if I fuck a kid, I'm not.
You can't say that. That's not in there.
How is fucking a kid not on the 10 commandment thing?
It is.
It's not. No, it's not. I looked into this. It's not in the 10.
Just the 10. But there's like 1,000.
Isn't that like really important though?
That's like the first 10. There's like 1,000.
But no one talks about the other 900.
Well, because they're in the Jewish Torah, and also that was for them back then.
Let's not bring Jews into this.
It was literally for the Jews.
I know.
It was the Jewish law.
Those people that are like, Jesus wasn't Jewish. What are you talking about? And they're like, wait. So you're saying that like everyone when Jesus like died, they all had little like necklaces with the cross.
Yeah, they all have a little.
And he's like, and the guy's on there, and then like they see him like on the cross, and they go, "That's why we wear this." Oh my god, that's why we wear this. I've been wearing this for years. I had no idea.
This religious before it actually exists.
Yeah, because like there's some dumbasses that think like everyone was just Catholic. It's like no. They were Jewish. I keep bringing back comedy, but Louis C.K. was talking about this in a set. He was like, "Yeah, I have a friend. He doesn't believe that Jesus was Jewish," and he talks about. It's like, so what do you think of all the necklaces? That visual of like everyone wearing the necklace, and then he's up there, and they're like, "That's
we'll put it together.
This is that
it's prophecy fulfilled."
That made me laugh.
Somebody's like, "Why is mine upside down?" Bro, that's for Peter, and Peter's saying, "They're like." Huh?
Bro, I listened to like for the entire drive home from Alexis's house for 2.5 hours. I listened just straight Louis C.K. comedy.
Okay.
I went through Sincerely. I went through Sorry. I went through The Last Set, which is really, really fucking funny. If you know comedy, you know what I'm talking about. It's like a Last Set that like never got put out, but like people like
pull it together.
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
You got to be like kind of famous for people to go try to find your like Juice WRLD, and he came out with like 40 more songs after he died.
Well, yeah, that whole thing is weird because like his estate like has all of his hard drives with all of his unreleased music, and then like a guy like Marshmello will be like, "Hey, why don't we make a lot of money off of your dead kid?"
Yeah,
and they go, "I guess I don't want to work ever for the rest of my life, so let me go ahead."
Actually, running out of money.
They put out like 2 full-length albums under Juice WRLD's name after he died, and I hope that's the tricky part. Would he like that? He's dead, so he can't say anything.
Hell yeah, it was all about the dough. Give it to my family. They can keep making money off my grave.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just don't. I get like a little iffy on people like exploiting him for his name to make profit themselves.
Yeah,
like the whole Marshmello thing. Like he put out like an album with him, and I was like,
"Isn't he dead?"
Yeah, I was like,
Who do you go to ask to do that? Like
you go to the estate. You know, whoever owns his legacy. Yeah, it's like mom or something.
But also, does that actually go to them, or does it go to like the record label?
It probably is like a split deal. How like let's say Juice WRLD was alive and did an album with Marshmello, it would still work out the same, like money wise. I'm pretty sure. Like let's say Juice WRLD gets 50. I'm just gonna put random numbers out. 50%. Label gets 10. Manager gets 10. Whatever. It would probably the 50 that Juice WRLD would get, which go right to the estate. Also, let's talk about this. Juice WRLD. It's kind of good that he died. I'll say it. He is a fucking idiot. Do you know how he died?
Yeah, he was at the airport and they were about to grab him because he was on his way to Jamaica or something. and he thought that they were going to get him for his drugs when they probably just wanted an autograph. And so he took all his drugs, which was like 2 containers of just random pills. Obviously,
Well, they were searching him. They were gonna arrest him. He knew that,
oh yeah.
and that's why he did it. But imagine, like,
Wait, were they arresting him because he was leaving the country because they found him there? Like they chased him to the airport type thing? He's trying to fly out of the country?
no, no. Well, they weren't. I said that wrong. I'm sorry. They were searching his plane because he landed somewhere or something for drugs, and he knew he had a fuck ton of drugs on there. So instead of just taking the charge, you know, you're a fucking millionaire. You'll probably get out in 6 months.
Pay bail.
You'll be fine.
You don't even go to prison for
You
drugs.
don't. No, he fucking kills himself.
He takes them all.
Good riddance. And great musician. I love his art, but you're a fucking moron, and you kind of deserve to die if you were to. If
You have to already be on drugs to do that.
probably was. So I mean, that's a hot take. I feel kind
Who else had a super fast?
Lil Peep.
Like,
Remember he OD'd and died? Dude, that's a crazy one. Lil Peep died. He was in his like tour bus, and he's like laid out like dead, and his friends are filming him because they just think he's like passed out high, but he OD'd and no one knew. And they're like partying, like filming him, and he's just like,
and nobody's trying to save him.
and then he didn't wake up the next day, and they find out he overdosed. I would feel so guilty.
That's like you do so many drugs, you just got to keep doing more so that you can get higher, and then
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
soon your liver doesn't work anymore. So
you
you got to
want-
do a different type of drug.
you want that edge, you want that burn. You know, that's why I like taking shots because you can feel the burn. It's nice. Like if I drink a White Claw,
But if you do that with pills, you got to be taking like more different.
same thing. Yeah, you just get more and more. But pills are dangerous. Like whereas like if I just drink a shit ton of shots, I'll just throw up and be hungover.
So it's so much safer to be an alcoholic than go into drugs.
yes.
And if you have a
Absolutely.
preposition, you should just be an alcoholic to risk not becoming a druggie.
You need to you got to pick your addictions wisely in this like world.
I would say get into being a druggie so that you don't even have to like have the chance of
horrible advice.
we
We are-
no, I mean
we are
being
a
an
bad influence.
alcoholic.
Yeah.
Be an alcoholic so that
Mhm.
you can't accidentally become a druggie.
No. That's actually horrible advice because once you're drunk, you want to go get drugs. The real advice would be become friends with a guy who is a drug addict and watch him kill himself slowly over time, and then he will probably eventually die, and then that trauma will prevent you from ever taking any drug. You need that trauma.
You have a person like that?
No, I'm just not an idiot, so I don't do a lot of drugs. Any drugs. I don't do any single drug, not even like one.
If you don't have that person in the friend group, then it's you.
Right. It's like that one saying where like every friend group has that one guy that like everyone kind of talks shit about, and if you don't know who that guy is in your friend group, you're that
It's
guy.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Who are we talking?
That's
shit
Drew right
about?
no, that's not true. But Drew was getting some shade for a little bit because of his actions. He made some poor decisions that made me resent him for a while.
You don't have to tell me.
Well, he was doing that thing where you would talk to him, have a conversation with me. Tell me about something.
My
Drew.
baby's only sleeping for like 30 minutes.
Dude, I think when
and-
I have a kid, I really want to like make sure he sleeps like a lot because I know how important like that is, like to get a lot of sleep. You know.
Yeah. Well, my baby, it's like it's because she doesn't sleep through the whole night, and maybe it's because she's hungry.
I mean, I wouldn't. My baby is definitely never gonna like. My baby's always gonna get good sleep. Like I can guarantee that. Like he will always be getting the best sleep.
So yeah, I actually just saw somebody die on the highway earlier when I was coming over here. It was crazy. They walked out in front of a car and got hit, and then I saw one limb come off and it hit my windshield, and I had to wipe it off my windshield, and there's blood everywhere. And you want to come see it? It's on my car.
Bro, you want to go to like Flanagan's later? So that was what he was kind of doing. Every time you talk about something, he would just ignore everything you just said, talk about what's on his mind, or just completely change the topic. And that was for a couple weeks straight. And I was like, there's one moment where I'm hanging out with him, and I'm like shocked. I'm like, this is insane. Like I'm getting frustrated by having a conversation with him. And then that shit just like left. I was like, I'm going. I don't know. I gotta go.
It's like TikTok brain.
I guess, but he didn't do that last week at all. So the resentment's gone. But I was definitely like, I don't know.
Maybe he was going through something. Maybe he's low on money, or
He seemed in a good mood.
his dad killed himself.
Definitely didn't.
or-
None of those. He's doing very well, and his dad's alive. But I like where your head's at. I like where your head's at.
Maybe he just sees like how nice it is for his friends to be like
No.
successful and working and having fun and everything. He's just like, oh man.
And that makes
like,
you talk about yourself?
I have no no. He's just trying to distract himself from his problems. Like mom and dad are yelling at each other. I can't get out of the house. I'm just stuck here.
No.
You know, just get raped every single night, and I don't know what to do.
That's me. I'm raping him. Yeah. No, that was weird, but he's back. He's good now, so we're good.
He's not a moron anymore, so I guess
Yeah.
I'll hang out.
Sometimes you build resentment for people, and then hopefully they learn, and he did. And here we are. It's just it's friend stuff. I could say that every friend has that. People would relate to that. Like I'm sure you've had that in your life.
A friend who just doesn't listen.
A friend who just like brings it back to themselves in every conversation, even if it's something you're really interested in, they'll just flip it back to them. It's almost like, bro, let me get a word out. Like, are you hearing me? Like, are the words going into your brain? Are you processing them? Or are you just like focused on whatever the fuck you want to talk about? This isn't really funny. How much time we got? Yeah, only a half hour. All right.
I was gonna say a couple swear words.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need a slur, bro. Say a slur. All right, we'll hit another question real quick. Let's see.
We're gonna play Dungeons and Dragons in here on the table.
Right here?
No, over there.
Ooh.
So I got to go back and help baby and be with them until they go to sleep. They took a short nap, so she's going out early, probably like 7:30. What time was this supposed to play tonight?
I think Josh will get home from. We're back from work. He gets off like 5 or 6, so 6:30.
Okay, yeah, maybe I can do it.
I mean, we'll be done in the next,
or
20
I'll
minutes, yeah.
I'll come back. I'll have to show up late or something. But if you don't want to just hang out here,
Oh, hang on.
maybe put some pieces on the board.
Ooh, I don't know about that. It's my birthday weekend, so I shouldn't have to do anything. By the way,
did you ask your girlfriend out? You should invite her down for your birthday.
she's busy this weekend. She got like a bunch of friends that came into town. So I'll
Okay.
probably see her next weekend.
Yeah.
And we're technically not dating yet, but I do call her my girlfriend. That feels kind of cool.
Like to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was like, yeah, I like that. Well, not really to her. There was one time we were having sex, and I was like, we're just getting into it. Saying some stuff. Anyway, we'll talk.
Yeah. Make sure you like
I'm going to
actually say it.
No, yeah, dude, trust me.
I don't know, give her a flower or
Dude,
something.
I'm romantic as fuck.
you
don't
gotta
even
be with that
know.
haircut.
Dude.
You got the mullet going on in the back. It just
Kinda.
attacked his whole ego.
I know. I like it. I don't. A mullet isn't a bad thing to me.
If you can rock it,
And
yeah.
I can rock it. My girlfriend loves it. My girlfriend likes to pull my hair when she fucks me.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got something's got to hold on to something.
I know. Anyway. Okay. Let's see. Some of these questions are so dumb. Like, my girlfriend cheated. I'm thinking about breaking up. My boyfriend.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like how it happened. Like, oh, it was your friend's uncle, and now they're hanging out at the house all the time, and they fuck the rest of the family. Like, didn't you say that happened? Like, somebody was fucking the whole family.
Well, there was the one like family friend was fucking that kid, and then like the kid fell in love with him, and then like when the kid turned 18, he was like not into it anymore because.
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay. Ooh, I've never seen a question like this. This is funny. What to wear to a yacht silent disco?
Whoa.
Hello, everyone. My 21st birthday is coming up, and I'm going to celebrate it by going on a silent disco yacht party. However, I know that clubbing isn't what it used to be. It's not like how the movies depicted it growing up. Additionally, I have seen a lot of discourse regarding wearing jeans to a club and such. This leads to my point. I have no idea what to wear. For reference, it will take place in northeastern U.S., where the temps are 70 to 90 degrees during the day, dip around 60 at night. Additionally, I'm a female, obviously. And my preferred manner of dressing is alternative, and I'm flexible in fashion. I have no problem wearing other styles. I really don't know what to wear. Do I wear heels and a dress, jeans and a t-shirt, button up and some jeans, a blouse and a skirt, sneakers and flats? Any advice would be appreciated.
This is just the question I wanted.
What you have to do now is, what should she wear to this silent disco? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? What a nothing question. I thought the title would really be nice, but
What are you wearing to a silent disco?
nothing but bubble wrap.
All
Just gonna wrap myself in bubble wrap.
right.
And then the tip
How
of my,
about you wear
the tip of my penis is gonna be sticking out the bottom, and it's gonna be like flopping around.
All right, she should go in some latex.
Wear something tight. Wear those skin tight
latex.
neon dresses that like black ladies wear that are like hooking on the corner.
There you go.
They have like the lime green neon tight dress. Wear one of those and make it short so that your pussy lips kind of like fall
Paint
out.
all your nails and your lips and your lashes. Paint it all like fluorescent cancer green.
Yeah, this is an awful image. And then you'll get fucked because it's your birthday. So you're still gonna get dick. You don't. You could wear anything and a guy would fuck you.
Yeah, I
Wear
mean, at that
wear
point.
Nike Pros and like a college football like oversized tee and you're getting dick.
Have like a turd coming out of your butt, like a dingleberry, like hanging there,
What's that gonna do?
and you're still gonna get fucked in the butt.
Right. Yeah. You could have armpit
Somebody
hair.
will put it back in there and
Hey,
shit it.
Guess
back
what?
Up in
You could be a guy and still get fucked by another guy.
If you're a guy who's trying to be fucked, you could go to a silent disco party, get in the area where the lights are low and everything like that, and just like start sucking some cock. Nobody's gonna know.
And honestly, we're not answering your question. we made the question: how do I get like dick at this party? She's asking what to wear. Just for who gives?
That's the same question for
also
women.
a
bro.
silent disco is
This is-
so gay. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, you put like headphones on. Everybody's kind of like.
And then you just hear a bunch of like grunting and breathing.
Well, it's supposed to be loud enough that you don't hear anybody.
Well, you take your headphones off for a
Yeah.
second, and you hear,
And then you hear somebody going.
and then you look over, and she's getting blown. Your back's getting blown out in the corner. I think yeah.
Like, hey man, don't look. You can't hear anything. It's like that's not how it works.
I have to pee again.
Dang, what's
I know.
going on with those
I
little
was
bladder?
chugging this water, bro. I haven't peed since like 12.
So you got it all in there?
Yeah. It hurts.
Well, go do your thing.
Open up. Come on. Come on. Open up. Now you're hungry. You don't want? You love when I do this. See, you always love when I do this, but now you're embarrassed on the podcast.
Hey man, you gotta turn the lights off.
I like them on. I want to see like the creases in your butthole when I fuck you. I'll be right back. It's my birthday this week or Monday. It's really exciting. I'm really
Birthday weekend.
I'm really excited for this weekend. It's gonna be fun. We got D&D tonight. Tomorrow, gonna go meet up with Drew, do some music stuff, and then play golf at my favorite golf course. The one on the right on the beach,
On the island.
Palm Beach. Yep,
You're a bougie
Palm
boy.
Beach Part 3, and then we'll probably just drink and then watch anime after that, which is so ideal.
What are we watching right now?
I'm finishing up JJK again. Yep,
Again.
I've already seen it, but Rosie started watching it, and
Oh, so
we were watching it together, and then he just like kept watching it without me. I was like, "Fuck!" So I had to catch up. It's a good ass fucking
It
show,
is,
dude.
it is.
God, that's such a good anime.
Have you seen Konosuba?
No. I mean, listen, I'm down. I'll add it to the list. I got a whole bunch. I'll start.
Let's watch one. Let's see if I come back over here. We can watch one anime. I'll bring the baby. We'll watch one anime.
Okay.
While Jenna cleans up.
Okay. I'm down, dude. I'm so down.
I'm gonna watch Konosuba. It's so hilarious.
I've been like, I watched this one video. This is like a routine I had like a month ago to go to sleep. Is this one like guy put out a 4.5 hour long video going over each episode of AOT, Attack on Titan, just kind of summarizing it and telling you the key points.
Okay.
It's done really well, edited super well, and I like got to rewatch the entirety of AOT in 4.5 hours. But it would be like a sleep watch where I would put it on, pass out, and then wake up the
It's
next.
like 30 minutes later, 40 minutes
No,
later.
like I'm going to bed. So I wake up in the morning
Oh,
and
okay.
the TV's like, playing some Baldur's Gate 3
Yeah.
video. And so I have to go back and try to remember from my brain, like, what was the last thing I saw?
It's like a series.
Yeah, dude, it was great. It was so nice. But you do miss a lot.
A
Like,
documentary.
you don't catch
series.
everything. There's so many, like, because AOT. There's so
Yeah.
many. I learned a crazy fact.
Very well written.
Fix that. Remember when Aaron, he's man, I wish I knew the names of everything. I'm so bad with this. I'm so bad at names of stuff when it comes to media. So when I try to tell a story about it,
Place of something.
yeah. So you remember how the Eren Yeager, they were in the walls, and then there was that other town that was trying to kill them, the town across the ocean.
Okay. Yeah.
Where the Founder Titan and
Yeah.
all that. He's over there, and he has like the missing leg, and he's pretending to be like a war vet.
Yeah.
And he's talking to the Beast Titan, but not in the Beast Titan form. He's like, they're like just standing there.
Yeah.
So they're standing there talking to each other against a wall where their shadows are there. And if you look at their shadows, they don't have any shadow for their head because both of their heads get cut off in the show. Remember when he gets shot by the girl with the fucking like anti-armor rifle in that one scene? His head blew off. And then they also cut off the Beast Titan's head.
Foreshadowing.
So
shadow.
that already happened.
Wow.
That already happened in the show.
Oh, they had already got their heads blown off.
And now they're seeing them, but he's back alive.
Right.
But you see it in the shadows, they don't have heads. There's no head on there's no shadow head.
You'd have to rewatch it. I've seen it a couple times. I didn't notice that.
Imagine getting a head from a shadow.
You
Anyway,
couldn't in this case.
Anyway, I thought that was so cool. I was like, fuck, that's so nice.
It's the smallest Easter egg or something.
That's why I love that show. I mean, it's so cliche, obviously, but it's such a good show. Well done, people.
Another good show to watch. We're just talking about anime now. The King's Avatar. It's actually Chinese, so it's kind of weird listening to it if you're used to like listening to Japanese.
I like the Japanese.
Yeah,
I'm a Japanese. More of a. I don't like the Chinese.
But yeah, now you can listen to the Ching Chong talk, and it's funny because it is very like. You can say
that he's Filipino, by the way.
Yeah, I'm part Asian. So.
He's the jungle
You are
Asian.
too. You're Russian.
He's a jungle Asian. I'm the snow Asian.
Yeah, the snow Asian. I'm the island Asian.
Jungle.
Jungle could kind of be like Vietnam.
You're like the insect. You're the insect Asian. Like you eat bugs
more like
and
the
shit.
dung beetle Asian. That's what the Filipinos are like.
The dung beetle Asian.
The garbage Asian.
You're saying it.
It's a garbage country.
You're saying
It's
it.
a garbage country.
Hey,
it's facts.
It's on.
Yeah, you have to face the truth sometimes.
I mean, Felipe wants to move there yesterday.
Well, that's because any person will come up to you and try to fucking marry you.
Felipe's got this whole mindset of like, all American women are trash. I need to leave the country to find a wife.
He's just not looking in the right places. If you go out to shitty clubs and bars, then yeah, you're gonna run into shitty women.
We talked about this last pod. I think about the alleyway.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah.
I hope he never finds it. That's why we can talk about our friends